Ahoy! Welcome to another edition of the Slim Film Festival Bubbles, the only festival talk show in the world named after Michael Jackson's chimpanzee, who was called Bubbles. And that's the place where we invite the most bubbly and most sparkling guests of the festival. And this year we have many sparkling guests. And look at the two wonderful examples we have here, representing a film called Circus Siblings, coming from Hungary and coming with a big challenge of pronouncing names correctly. That would be Glória Halász for as director and Balázs Hatvani as DOP.
Yes. Halász, but almost perfect. But you can call me Babus, by the way.
But I'm going to ask Glória to tell us what the film is about. It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a feature documentary on a special circus artist class from teenagers who are acrobats. And in 2020, they got an opportunity to spend some school years abroad in an international school. Originally, it was planned to go to Beijing in China, but then after the pandemic turned out, and after different turns and challenges, they went to Ukraine, to Kyiv, to spend a semester there in a special circus artist class. And it's about this journey, which is also a professional journey, but it's also a journey inside, because it's a coming of age story for these children.
Yeah. And we're so happy that since they're not going to China, then they go to a much more safe place and they end up in Kyiv. That was such a good choice, yeah.
Yeah, professionally in the circus world, Kyiv, it's a very, very high quality place, and Ukrainian circus art is wonderful and world famous, so we were also really happy to go there with them.
Yeah, but after the pandemic it turned the whole world into a dangerous place, then other situations turned Kyiv into the most dangerous place on the planet.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting story because it was famed to tragical incident by the pandemic and unfortunately by the war, but they came home before the war. So.
Well, what I see on screen is a lot of passion, but also a lot of pain. And one of the characters even says, "I can progress through hard work and pain." So they take it for granted that if you want to be in a circus, or if you want to be a circus artist, you need to deal with pain.
Yeah, it's part of this job, I think, and for me and for us, these children are role models, because in this world, which is really virtual, you know, and you can get success so easy on the internet, for example. And in this age, these little children decide to choose a profession, which is beautiful, but it's also really painful. Yeah, and it's part of this world, this contrast.
Did you see? Did you do the same, Balázs? Did you choose a profession that only comes with a lot of pain?
With the name as Babus, I'm in a very easy position because I can go to circuses and get some jobs. but I would say that the most difficult part was to realize that how hard work they put into their dreams just to achieve it. Even as an adult, people, I think we should learn from these children, because they are living in a very difficult world. Not mentioning the pandemic situation, but after this horrible war situation, and they are children. They have to keep that shiny thing inside them, which is the dream, which is the goal, and they have to move forward. And it seems that they can focus on it and they can achieve it, and it's an amazing thing. So my job wasn't difficult, because I just had to figure out how can I be as invisible as I can, just because it's a documentary. But the hard part was theirs.
But at the same time, well, we see them. For instance, we see them evaluated by their teachers, who do like open evaluations, and everybody has to see, and also we have to listen to how they are judged and evaluated. but at the same time we also see them growing as a team, which is like a super important feeling to the film, that you can see how they're growing closer and closer together.
Yeah, it's the reason why we choose the name or the title Circus Siblings. And yeah, they say at the end of this journey, I don't want to spoiler it, but yeah, that they have a connection which is not similar to anything else, because they grew up together. And from the other hand, the leader of the class, the teacher, told in an interview that they are normal children from a viewpoint, because they play, sometimes they are a little bit silly, they post onto Instagram or the TikTok. So yeah, it's really hard to handle this contrast, to be so responsible, not for yourself, for the other ones, for your classmates, but also be a child, a normal child. Yeah.
To get there, you had to follow them over a long period. How should I imagine that? How did you do that?
Yeah, it was difficult because the pandemic. So yeah, I saw this public call actually on the internet. It was published by the Capital Circus of Budapest, that they are looking for children who will be part of this special class and will travel to China. And it was published, as I remember, at the beginning of 2020. And then the children applied, and then 1 month later, yeah, the pandemic turned out, so everything changed. But we started this common work at this time, and then we tried to follow them as it was possible in this difficult times.
So what does it mean? You went there all the time, or you because sometimes you even went to their homes. Like I remember the beautiful scene when the one boy practicing together with his brother,
Christopher. Yes. Yes.
So you have been following them around.
We spent almost 3 years with them. Yes, and sometimes we spent 10 hours with them per day. So it was difficult, but from a certain point we just found the way how can we, as I said, be invisible, and from them we were just viewers, just as the audience.
And we always start this process as viewers. We don't go with cameras, just evoke this trust in them, and they know that our goal is to represent them as they are, and they realize that it's good for them. You know, it's a memory for the future.
But at the same time, I think there were many challenges for DOP, because you always have to choose. They're performing acrobatics all the time, so you can. Some scenes you choose for a really beautiful close-up of hands, people walking on their hands, and then you only see the hands, and that's beautiful. And then sometimes you see the whole gymnastic performance, which is also beautiful, and then sometimes you see the whole surroundings with the other people standing around, and that's also interesting. So you all the time had to choose between at least 3 interesting point of views.
Yes, but I think that was the beauty of the journey. So it was very interesting to find the good angles. While, as I'm a very tall guy, and it was a bit difficult to handle the situation, as usually I do. Like it's a tough profession. I mean, the holding a camera, while these children did the most amazing acrobatic acts like that. So I wouldn't say that I did something difficult or hard.
No, but I want to know what helped you to make all the time the right decision on the visual level.
Actually, I came from the world of the feature movies. So and the Glória has a very vivid visuality, because she has this unique style to do documentary movies, but not as the regular way, but combine it with feature movie elements. And this is a very interesting and very exciting concept, I guess.
You already had a screening in the festival. How did it go?
there were a lot of teenagers in the audience, and yeah, it was a really important event for us because it was the international premiere of the movie. So it was the first time when we faced the reactions of the audience, and we were totally amazed by them. So yeah, it was really good.
And there was a dog too.
A what?
A dog. There was a dog too.
Yes, in the audience.
A
But
dog?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
it
this dog
seems
is,
he enjoyed it.
I thought you said a doctor.
He
You
belongs to
needed
a
a doctor
movie.
in the
I need a
audience.
dog. Sorry, it's
I
belongs to the
have a
movie.
quick last question, but a very important one because I can't let you go without that last question. Because you've been to Zlin, you know that the Zlin is the empire of Zlin is built upon one thing, and that's shoes. So that's why since we have you in the studio and you seem to have a wonderful choice for shoes, can you please show your shoes to the camera, both of you? Put put your feet on the table or
No,
just one
just
foot.
okay. I show, but it's like the shoe of Dorothy. So
Yeah, but you should tell us what the story is about. Why?
no story. I like.
Please show it. It's
No,
the most
just
beautiful.
okay, I
It's the
show
most
it.
beautiful shoe we had this week so far.
Oh my God! Thank you very much. It's yellow. I go to the yellow brick road with these shoes. I think so. Yeah, it's the reason why I choose this.
Okay. Do you have a story about your shoes?
not yet, but
But
We
please
will
show
create
them.
something. Are you a shoe fetishist or something like
No,
this?
not at all. Not at all. But we have a very big interest in the
Thank you.
footwear of our guests in the studio. So thank you for sharing it with us. Even it was a little bit reluctant and very shy, but we were happy that finally you did it. Thank you for picking the right shoes that were absolutely a tribute to the city of Zlin. Thank you for being with us in our festival bubble, and thank you for watching today's interview, and we hope we can welcome you again here watching our studio talks or in the cinema watching some of the wonderful festival films. Ahoy!